Hello, everyone. Welcome back. I'm one-handed producing right now because the dog is being crazy. So let's jump into the fight because it's Ramus's move, and I'm going to deal with the dog. I'll try not to be too much
I was
of a
gonna say,
distraction.
you teaching that dog to steal babies? Is that what's
I
going on over
am.
here?
Yes, that's what we were doing on the break. This giant-
Perfect. Teach that dog the way. All right, Dan. Ramus Krill is a witness to this hideous hag trying to rip Berg's face off. What are you going to do? It is your turn.
I am. Is it alright if I be in the middle of all of them? I think I would have been with the group instead of off on the side.
Yeah, I set Berg over here because he was the only one that said he went to go look at the corpse. But you guys can be kind of like spread out around this if you want or whatever.
Yeah, because I think I was like translating to them, so I would have been like right next to them.
Yeah. So that's cool.
Right.
That's cool for you to be wherever you want. Yeah. Feel free to just kind of place yourself around the dais somewhere.
And I'm going to cast Spirit Guardians, and which will round me.
So how big is that? What's the aura on that?
See. It is 15-foot radius, so 30-foot.
It's 15 foot. Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay. All right.
Can we step on the dais?
Yep. Oh yeah. It's only like a little step up.
Okay, then I'll move to make sure that Berg and the hag are in it. Okay, right about there.
Okay, and I think what spiritual spirit guardians is like an hour or whatever, right?
Yeah, it's like 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Okay. All right. So
yeah,
it's like 60 rounds or something. Anyway, too long for it to matter. Okay. All right. So yeah, you pray a moment, you say the words, and from your heart chakra emerge a screaming horde of Ramus spirits. Unless they're different now, because we've seen the temple. There's been some change. Is it still the shrieking crowd, or is it something else?
It's different now. It's a avatar of Berg and an avatar of Mahuri, and they are swirling around with blades all around. Yeah, it looks like a swirling of blades.
Yeah, are they working together, or are they like clashing when they fly around you?
It's almost like they're dancing, but the dances are perfect mirrors and work together perfectly.
Oh, cool.
They're not doing the same thing, but they together combine their
like a choreographed martial arts presentation. Yeah, that's sick. Okay, cool. All right, so the two guardians emerge from your spirit, from your very soul. And it's cool because I hadn't really thought about it before, but you are like them, right? You have like a soul given to you by creation, and you have a soul given to you by the void, and you are like the dual entity, and these two represent that. Oh, that's so cool. So they're like flying around and causing trouble. Okay, yeah, I like it. So you move, you do that. Anything you want to do with your bonus action?
That's it for now.
All right. So one of the aforementioned flab giants needs to make a saving throw, right? Because it's on their turn.
Yeah, if they start to turn in there or into the area at any point on the turn, they have to make a save.
Okay. All right. So what kind of save is it? It's
wisdom.
Yeah, you might as well roll damage too. I gotta save for this big boy. He gets a 2. Roll a 2. So you take 16 damage.
16 radiant, yeah.
Okay. All right. And then they close in. So this one is gonna move towards you. And Ramus, he attacks. So he's gonna make a slam attack. They just have big, fat hands.
I'll flash him and give him disadvantage on the roll.
Disadvantage on the first one?
Yeah.
He gets a 9. So just swings past you. Like, you blind him, and he staggers back. And these things, their skin is really thin. Like, they're not just huge, fat, round dudes. They are... Somewhere maybe there's a skeleton in there, but mostly it's just this like liquid, chunky kind of like they flow rather than they move. So kind of like fighting Clayface if Clayface was made out of fat. So it forms a big fat face. Forms a big like gross lumpy arm, swings it at you to try to punch you. You dodge it out of the way, and then the arm splatters on the ground and like slurps back into the mass, and the other one swings out in the other direction.
This
one gets a 20. This one gets a 20.
Okay, that hits.
And he hits you for 15 bludgeoning damage.
Oh, that's not a crit. I saw the green in the overlay and was like, oh fucking Christ! No, it's not a crit.
Yeah, no, it's a dirty 20, not a natural one.
I will use my lucky. I'll use my lucky to reroll.
Reroll that con save.
One more time. Yeah. Okay,
yeah, there you go. Okay. Cool. So the second swing swings in and slams this big wet fist into you. But you're not you don't suffer any additional ill effects. This big boy comes in towards Mahuri, so he's gonna have to make a save as well. Yep. Let's do that. Wisdom save. And he fails. Takes the Now, how have we been doing this? We've been doing it like I think is it the you roll and then it's the same thing, or do you want to reroll damage every time?
It doesn't really specify, so whatever you want to do.
Doesn't, right? Like, I'll have you roll again. So he fails and takes this time.
16 again.
Great. Another 16. Perfect. Okay. And then that one attacks Mahuri twice. So first slam attack on Mahuri. Gets an 11. And then second one gets a 24.
That hits.
So that's a hit. You take 14 bludgeoning.
Okay.
Yeah, technically, as someone asked in chat, technically these things are smarter than Berg. So,
okay, whatever. Right?
they have 9 intelligence. They're not dumb. Okay, and then this one.
The tone at which Max delivered that made me feel like we were on a conference call at work somewhere, and they were just shitting on Max's department. They didn't know he was on the line, and so he just cut it. Okay, whatever.
Can we just keep it professional, guys? Come on.
I mean, yeah, like, it's not so much about their intelligence. It's just that their sales numbers are so much better than yours, Berg. It's, just, you have the same resources, man. So this one, I think he is going to go, he's going to spend his turn moving. They got movement rate of 20 something, I think. So he's going to go. And he'll end up here, and he'll take that hit. Because he's trying to he can't get it. He doesn't want to attack Berg because Berg belongs to the hag. So let's roll. Wisdom save. You want to roll damage again, Dan?
16 again.
Okay, another 16. Perfect. Okay. All right. And then down below, these ones, one moves over to Amira and swings an arm at her. Got an AC of 15. So she gets hit for 10. Second one's a miss. Okay. It's good. She takes 10 damage. Okay. And then this one moves in here and is going to attack Broken Promises. So first swing is a miss at 9. Nice. Second swing is a 21.
Okay.
For 11 bludgeoning.
Okay.
And then this other big dude comes in, and first swing is a miss. Second swing is a 26. And you take another 10 bludgeoning.
Okay.
So just, knocking you back and forth between them, and just, trying to, and again, these fists, it's like getting hit with a garbage bag full of, extremely heavy jello. Just, bang, slams into you, get knocked to one side, the other one swings and hits you and knocks you over. This is somebody's idea of a great Saturday night, but it's not mine. Berg, you're grappled, so you cannot move, but it is your turn. Let me see. The hag has a per turn thing. No, it's on her turn, so you're fine. So the blood tendrils are digging into your arms, and they're wrapped around you. So what are you gonna do?
I'm thinking I might fly into a rage.
Yeah, I think that's probably a cool move. All right, you fly into a rage.
And I'm also thinking I'll hit her as well.
Also a great choice. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good.
Okay, so bonus attack to rage, and then your first swing, 26. That's a hit. Yep.
Nice. Sorry, click the thing. Boop.
Okay. All right, so 9, 10, 11, 12. Roll your d6 plus 6.
Mm-hmm. 1 1d6 plus 6. Well, I just screwed that up. I'm doing it on a laptop, so it's kind of, I hate the keyboards that they have on here.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
Great.
I will do that. There you go. Okay, so 11 radiant, and then an additional
12.
9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, all right. Oh yeah, and that's right. You leveled up, so it's D6 plus
I was gonna
7.
say
Right?
it would be 7,
Yeah, so it's one
right?
more.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. All right. So your first swing, and again, she's like all wrapped around you and stuff, and like these tendrils are digging into you. They're like physically causing you harm. But you hit her once, and then you want to take another swing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here we go.
Okay. Yep. That's a hit. Yep. Okay. And then you do 11, 12, 13, 14 damage. Okay. All right. So you're just like bashing away at her with the hammer, and she's shrieking. And so if you wanna envision like a real life, what I'm envisioning, what she looks like, start with the slightly decomposing naked lady from The Shining. You know that scene where he goes into the bathroom?
Everyone knows that scene, Adam.
But she's green, and her hair is made out of like bloody tendrils. So yeah, and she's just doing that same thing where she's just like, like clawing at you, and like her hair is like whipping around your face. And she's just like laughing giddily, like, he's back, he's mine, he's come home, and she's just like trying to rip your head off. Cool. Okay. So bonus action, you didn't move because you're grappled. Okay, cool. So Mahuri, it's your turn. Yeah.
I'll ask a question that doesn't necessarily pertain to combat, but you say giant. Do these things resemble giants to me?
They barely resemble anything. They're
Okay.
like big,
right. So that's just
slimy
a name thing. Gotcha.
grease balls. Yeah, it's giant like size, not giant like stone giant.
I'm going to take an attack of opportunity from that mob, and I'm going to the hag.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
all right.
Do your worst, Adam.
Okay. I'm just setting up one other thing real quick here. There we go.
I don't know if you should ask him to do his worst. It just doesn't seem like a good idea.
All right.
Well, that means that I want him to do poorly.
Where were you? Yeah. Where were you standing before?
Right here. One hex.
You were there? Okay, so only one of them was within 5 feet. Okay, so he lunges out at you, gets a 22.
Which is a hit.
Deals you 13. Yep. So swings out with a flabby appendage and slams into you as you stumble away, get your footing, and then rush forward, axe in hand.
And then I've only had the axe like offer its power once. But whatever that emotion or feeling was, I'm trying to invoke it once again, as I'm just going to like unleash on this hag with 6 attacks. The full brunt of all that I can do and muster in a single round will be done in this round. So I don't know if I could somehow invoke a special thing, but that is kind of what I'm going for here. So 6 attacks against the hag. First attack. These are all one-handed attacks. 25.
Yep.
For 9 damage, and I will use the Wicked Axe ability, so I need to roll.
Yeah, you want a wound on that first hit? Okay.
Yeah.
That makes totally
I'll roll D4. Okay. 4 damage.
It doesn't do any extra damage now. It just inflicts the wound, and then on her turn.
Then on her turn.
It deals damage. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay, so first attack.
Yep. Second attack. 26.
Yeah, another hit.
15.
Nice. Big one.
Third attack, 20.
Also a hit.
For 14.
All right.
19.
That is a hit. Yep.
For 8.
Okay.
27.
So another hit. Yep.
For 10. How many is that?
Okay.
One more?
1, 2, 3,
yes, one more.
4.
24. For 13 damage.
Okay. Nice. All right. So the axe whistles through the air, happy to be of use. hacking into this creature's like a weirdly tough hide, and she's still just like laughing. Like you just like dig the axe into her face and like yank it out, and there's a big gouge, and she's just like cackling and laughing, blood pouring down her. She's
Okay. And then I will also use Second Wind to get some HP back.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll
She's
do
very
that.
spry for her age. It's very impressive.
yeah, it's true.
16 HP recovered.
16. It's pretty swingy. And that's your turn, Mahuri?
Yep.
Nice. Good start. Okay.
Did you roll for Amira?
No. I mean, I did. I just didn't add it to the order. She's after you.
Okay, cool.
I was waiting, but yeah, she should be in the order. Sorry, I forgot to add her.
Oh, good.
There we go. Okay.
All right. So, I talked to you a little bit during the break, and I forgot that damage affects this. Well, no, that damage affects it. So, I'm not going to twin it, but I am going to cast Hypnotic Pattern on the 3 that are right next to me.
Okay.
And
so like there, so you hit all 3, but not you.
Exactly. Well, yes. Would it hit me if it was on me? Could I dazzle myself?
Each creature. Yep. Yeah, it does hit.
Okay.
It will hit you.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So I will do it. Yeah, right there. Perfect. Do a little Hypnotic Pattern. They have to make a wisdom save, or they become dazzled. Now, if they take damage, the creature is incapacitated at a speed of 0.
Okay. All right. So you hit all 3 of them, and they need to make what
a
kind of
DC
save?
18 wisdom save.
Nice. This is a big DC. These guys are not. They are not going to do it. They suck.
I really hope not.
Yeah. Let's roll and we'll find out.
Yep.
So I'll do
and this
left
is a
to
concentration spell, so keep me honest.
All right. Left to right. Here we go. DC 18. Wisdom saves. Okay. I got a 4. Middle guy gets a 13, and the far guy gets an 18. Okay, so one of them saves. The other two are what, charmed?
They're just 0 speed and can't move.
Okay.
Incapacitated is the term.
Yeah, just like drooling and yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Perfect.
So the 2 that were on me, good. So I can leave without getting an attack of opportunity. I can disengage or whatever.
Yes, because if they're while charmed, they're incapacitated, and incapacitated means they cannot take any action. And they just stand there dumbfounded.
Okay. Then I let me get my select here.
Right. And it lasts for up to a minute, so it's what 10 turns?
10 rounds or turns or whatever. Let's see, and I can move 30. I am going to
because this is not safe to go into.
Right. So I will
just
go
outside this guy's grabby range.
Yeah, because he's got 5 feet, right? Yeah, 5 feet of grabby. Okay. Yeah. I will go over here to this area. To right in front of that little triangle thing. Oops. Okay. Come on. There we go. Right here.
So I need to stop you partway because as you go from, because you're giving the hag a wide berth, right? So you're like,
yeah, dude.
There.
I don't want tentacles to get me or nothing.
Unfortunately, her like whipping tendrils of hair have a reach of 10 feet. And so as you try to run by, her fucking cowlick snaps out at you, and these red tendrils of hair lunge out to try to grab you as you go by. So I think you leave. Let me put her little like threat area here. Let me see. Yeah, so it'd be as you try to go from this square to that square. She tries to whip you. With
Fair enough.
hair. So here you go. Blood drinking hair snaps out at you. I get a 20.
Oh God.
Not a crit, by the way.
Not a crit, just a regular type 20.
Yeah, regular.
You are gonna take 17 piercing. And an attack of opportunity is as you leave the area, so you're you're grappled in the square where you could, because she stops your movement, right? She hits you with the grapple, and now you are also held in her whipping hair tendrils.
What does that sound like again?
No, I did it already. Rewind the VOD or whatever if you want to hear it. I almost did it. You almost fucking got me. Not doing it again. It's a one-time performance. So her hair snaps out. It mostly gets you around the waist and the legs, and then bites into your skin, and you can see it like pulsing. Like it's not. The strands are all quite thick. They're like finger thick individual strands, and they seem to be like permeable around the outer layer. So when it hits, it kind of liquefies, and the hair like seeps into the gaps in your armor as if seeking your flesh. And immediately you start feeling like terrible pain as it wraps around you. So you cast a spell, you moved. You still have a bonus action if there's anything you want to do with it, but you can't move anymore.
Oh yes, there's definitely something I want to do. I'm going to I'm going to release my hound on her. Okay. Hold on. There it is. The hound. God damn, it's so big. The Hound of Ill Omen. Sorry about that.
No, it's okay. There's a lot going on there. Okay, so, and we were using the direwolf for that, I think.
Yes, the direwolf, and I have the thing.
That to the...
You did.
Yeah. Can you just drag it onto the?
I got it.
The map from the.
Yeah.
Do you still have the token in your journal? Yeah,
there
it
is.
Yep. Okay, but it's actually smaller, right? He uses direwolf stats, but it's smaller. And let's make it cool and shadowy.
Yes, it's medium.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Okay.
Good.
And yeah. So.
And you want it to appear where?
I want it to appear like right there.
Sorry, where? Like here?
Oh, I moved it between me.
I mean, fuck it. You can move it, right? It's your token.
Yeah, I moved it between me and the hag.
Okay, perfect. And then this
is in melee, right?
Yes, it is. Yeah, and it has its own initiative, so I'll add it into the list. Okay, so it'll go right after.
Cool.
Okay,
quick question.
You need to make a concentration save on that 17 piercing damage. So it's Dan DC 10, right? If it's less than 20 damage.
Yeah, half the damage or 10, whichever is greater.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So Zeke, make a con save, DC 10.
Okay.
Keep these guys.
Oh God, I got a +7 on this. Oh, thank God.
Nice. Okay. So the two flab giants down here stand dumbfounded. Their little wet eyes
I forgot.
sunken in their flabby faces, just like staring, unblinking.
Something came up when I was gonna say this, but as I cast the spell and get them dazzled, I look at Amira and I tell her, attack that, or like in Infernal, attack that one, not these two, and I start running.
Yeah. So the one that's like all like not the one that escaped the spell. Yeah. So when you say that, she sees you get grabbed by the tendrils, and she's like, worry about your own problems. I've got this one, and she unsheaths the sword off of her back. And
fucking badass.
Because it's her turn, something is different now. I think Mahuri, somewhere deep inside you, a tiny spark of recognition is kindled. A feeling of pride
being drawn.
A feeling of pride in a sibling. You look at her, and maybe for the first time, you feel this very deep like brotherly affection for her. And you feel excitement well up in you as she draws the sword. And from hilt to blade tip, it glitters with a sort of inner fire. And she snarls, grabs it in two hands, crouches down, and then swings it at the beast. So let me change. What was the name of the sword?
Oh boy.
Do you remember? And it was a
started
plus,
with a B.
+1. It was a plus Bahath.
Yes, Bahath. Yeah.
And it was a +1 sword, right?
It was, yeah. Great sword.
Awesome. Okay. All right. So with Bahath in hand, she makes her attacks. So first attack is a 9. So the creature like knocks her to the side. She drops down, reverses her grip, and then brings it back up. And it's leaving these faint kind of like fire trails in the air as she swings it. The second swing is a hit. She gets a 23. And with a sizzle of burning fat, she cuts into the creature, which howls and staggers back. Yeah. At the beginning of the Blood Hag's turn, let's see here. Both Berg and Broken Promises, former Broken Promises, unnamed. You both take some damage. It's necrotic damage. So you're gonna take.
Fuck.
Let's see. I know, right? So Berg, you're gonna definitely need to make some stuff. But you have your half orc thing. You're recharged, right? You took a long rest while you were in the Temple of Ramus. Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
We got that
so
racial
here's-
thing going.
So unnamed, you take 12.
Okay.
12 necrotic, and then Berg, you take 6 necrotic. So you drop to 0, but instead drop to 1, and your orcish racial kicks in. You can
Give her a
you
smack.
can make you can make an attack. Yep. Now let me
He
look
does
before you
have
make your
that new
attack roll.
thing, does he not?
There's a bunch
Wait a
of shit
minute.
that overlaps here that I really need to check. So
There's a lot of
the
yeah.
new
There's,
thing.
there's,
The new thing you have, Rage Beyond Death. Oh, okay. So you will drop to 0. So this doesn't interfere with your other stuff. So the first thing that happens is you have 3 overlapping save
I know,
from being dead.
I know. We
things.
talked
It's
about
fucking
it. We
awesome.
talked about it before.
Yeah. So the first thing that kicks in is your orcish. We do these in order. So the first thing that kicks in is your orcish racial. So you drop to 0, but instead of dropping to 0, you drop to 1 and get a free shot. So go ahead and make your attack on her.
Okay. And swap.
Crit. Come on, crit.
Okay, that's a hit.
That's pretty good.
Roll damage. So
Damage.
I'll start my notes here. So Berg, racial is used. Okay. All right. So you deal 9, 10, 11, 12 damage. Okay. And then Mahuri, do you want to roll a d4 for the wound?
Yes.
Thank you.
Whoops. 4.
Okay. So she takes another 4 from the wound. I got to roll to see if the wound stays or goes. Let me make a con save for her. 12, it stays. All right. So you can stack another wound for next turn. So that all happens automatically at the beginning of her turn. And now on her turn, because she has someone grappled, she can attempt another face grab, and she really
I'm
wants
trying to
your
grab my
face,
face.
Berg.
God.
Yeah, so Berg, make a dexterity saving throw.
Also, does she take damage from
So-
the aura?
Yes, and yeah, it's when you start your turn in it. So yeah, let's do that too. It won't kill her, but we got to do it. So roll damage
these
for that.
dex-
Yeah, this is the thing about the
16
game; like
again.
it gets so complicated as we layer on more activities. Okay, so she makes a Wisdom save against DC 19. She gets an 11. She takes 16 damage. Dan, if you want to roll any other number, you know you're allowed, right? It doesn't have to be 16
I'm rolling all
every
different numbers
single
too.
time.
All different
You can
combinations.
choose.
to
You
get
could roll a
16.
different number. That's okay. All right. So all that being said, she's still up. Make your dexterity saving throw with advantage because danger sense.
Right.
So we'll see. Thank God for danger sense. Okay.
That's
So
pretty good. Yep.
you succeed. Yep, that is a success. So you only take half damage, and she doesn't, rip your face off.
It's always good.
So
when
it's
that
going to be
doesn't happen.
again. It's kind of doesn't matter because she just needs
So,
to deal 1 damage
If
to
I
you.
fail that, she just rips my face off.
We'll talk about it in the post show if nobody gets their face ripped off.
Okay.
So you would normally take 20 or like what is it 18 damage
Yeah.
I think
19,
but you
but-
take 1, you take more than 1 and you're 19, yeah, and you take more than 1 and you die. So now your second tier defense thing kicks in, and this is the make a DC 10, what's the save, con save, I think.
Yes. Let me look. This is the second thing we've been using before, right? Where it has multiple levels
This
and then it
is,
goes up after
yeah.
every time we do it.
Yep.
Relentless
Relentless
Rage.
Rage.
I'll put it in the chat. I'll
Yes, it
put
is a
in the
DC
chat,
10
yeah.
DC 10 concept.
DC 10. Yep.
Adam, while he's rolling that, would this count as an attack against this? Because it would trigger Sentinel if so. This face grab.
No, it's not an attack action.
Okay. All right.
It is
fair
a
enough.
byproduct of being grappled. She can pick a target that is grappled and then try to rip their face off.
Fair enough.
Oh no, Berg.
Okay, so so now we got to kick in the next thing. Do you want to re-roll that because you have your free reroll as long as you're. If you leave it, if you leave it, you drop to 0 and you stay alive as long as you are raging, but you will die at the end of your rage. You'll keep making.
There's no point in using that yet. We might as well use the reroll. It's like no, it doesn't make sense.
Okay, so you want to kick the reroll now, so you might still get a chance to keep making those rolls.
Yeah, have that as still kind of in the back pocket. Another con save. Here we go. Boom.
On the one hand, the complexity of this stuff is like slow and frustrating, but on the other hand, it's really fun, like figuring all this stuff out. Okay, so now this time you make it. So the next save you make will have to be at 15, but you're still at one hit point. Like this is how unkillable you are, right? So you have a next turn next time you take damage, you're gonna make a DC 15 save, then a DC 20 save, and when you finally fail that, as long as you're still raging, you just make death saves and you stay alive until the end of your rage. Okay, so that was the hag's turn. She tries to rip your face off. It doesn't work.
It kind of reminds me of like Debo in Friday was like, what do you expect to do with that except piss me off?
Yep. Okay, Ramus, your turn.
I am going to hit her with a lot of damage, hopefully.
Okay.
I turn to look at her and just shoot. I hit her with harm and try to hopefully kill her.
Okay.
So she has to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. All right. Con save.
I hope she can take necrotic damage.
26.
Okay, so she'll take half of this.
Okay.
Roll well.
45 damage. So half of that.
So 22.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You harm her with magic. It's hard to tell, like, necrotizing someone who already looks like a horrible, like, bloated corpse. But it hurts her. It definitely does. Chunks of her flesh peel from her bones and wetly, like, slap to the floor. A boob falls off. I don't know. She's falling apart.
Jesus.
Okay, and then
falls off.
Not the titties, no,
not the titties.
It's such a gross. Like you pray and you like thrust your hands at her, and literally just chunks of her start peeling off, and she's just like, "Ah, why? What are you doing?" Yeah.
Yeah, I'll move around like that.
Okay. All right. So you head over there, and now your wolf can go.
Hey, wolf.
Unnamed.
I hear him barking. What's the matter with Wolfie?
Okay,
so it's going to be, I think, just one attack, isn't it? Pretty sure.
Yes, yeah. I mean, it's just there to harrow.
Oh, it has advantage because of pack tactics.
Yes, yeah, rock and roll.
Crit!
Oh shit, a crit!
13 nice. Total damage.
So the shadow hound, leaps up and clamps its jaws down on her newly exposed bone. Maybe it like gets up on her chest and like gets her clavicle and just starts yanking his head back and forth. So it does 13 piercing damage, and she's got to make a strength save or get knocked on her ass. Whoa, she's really strong. She gets a 22 on her save, so she's not dragged to the ground, but the wolf does some damage. Okay, cool.
Ooh.
All right, so 2 of the giants are just like fucked, basically. They just stand there like staring. The other giants will do their thing though. So let's do all of this at once, because these ones will just they're gonna be moving into the Ramus energy field. So that one goes there, and this one goes he just like jumps up onto the pile here. So I'm gonna roll for all 3 of them. Let's see, wisdom save. So top, middle, and bottom. We got a 10, we got a 4, and we got an 11. So all 3 of them take full. Dan,
I'm sorry. I'm trying. Okay,
no, it doesn't count. Oh, you're rolling different. Okay, it does count.
So there we go. 16, 14, and 13. There we go. Okay. So so the guardians are like tearing through them, and are they dealing radiant or? So do you decide if it's radiant or necrotic when you cast it?
Yeah, you get to decide. It's gonna be radiant damage for now.
And they're dealing radiant. Okay, all right. So they're flying around, tearing through these guys, and then they lumber up. And first, Ramus, the first one takes 2 swings at you. First swing is a 13.
Miss.
Second swing is a 25.
Okay.
So you take 14 bludgeoning. Throw a quick con save on there for me. Okay, you're fine. I mean, chances are pretty good. And you have Warcaster, right? So you're doing these at advantage?
Yeah.
Is that how that works?
Yeah, I crit that one.
So second one, slam attack number 1 is 14.
Miss.
Second slam attack is 12. Okay, so you just defend yourself against that one. And then Mahuri, one down below. 1 and 2. Okay.
Miss.
All right, so 2 misses. And then Amira, one that she's fighting, AC 15. So 1 is a hit for 13. Second one is also a hit for another 10. So she takes 23 damage. And then, I was wondering if we were going to get to do this. If they hit with both slam attacks, they unleash the squatting pin. The flab giant squats atop the target, pinning it to the ground where it is grappled and restrained. So this thing slaps her in the face. She staggers back. The other hand, big fat hand, just slams down on her torso, knocks her to the ground, and it just rolls forward on top of her. And she's just like pinned under this thing. And now she's crushed under this giant.
Oh.
Cool. Okay. He's dummy thick. Berg, it is your turn.
All right. I'm gonna whisper to my hammer. I don't have the effect, so just imagine me echo going. And then I'm going to attack.
Okay. So when you let me just real quick, when you ignite the hammer,
oh yeah,
light,
I was curious.
The light spills out from the hammer. The hag doesn't like it. She hisses and looks at you like fuck, get that out of my face. And when the light, Mahuri and Berg, I think you're the only ones close enough to see this, especially Mahuri because you're kind of standing over where the body is.
Yeah.
When the light from the hammer touches the mask, you hear a loud crack, and a crack forms down the middle of it, and you can see the crack spreading across the mask.
No.
Anyway, continue your turn.
No.
That was your bonus action.
Oh, anyway, no, it's cool. Anyway, don't worry about that.
Don't worry about that.
Anyways,
The mask on the body on the thing.
yes.
The death mask on the body cracks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's fine. Killer Max. End her goddamn life.
I think it's just a brittle mask. I really just think it's sensitive to light.
Yeah, maybe it just doesn't
It's
like
fine,
light.
yeah.
You know, there's nothing else.
So
to
you
it.
have your
It's
extra
pretty
damage
strong.
now.
Yeah.
You want to attack the hag?
Mm-hmm.
Murder
Here
the
I go.
hag.
Schwapap.
That's hit.
The hit.
And then additional roll 1d6 plus 7.
Yeah, because it's your first hit. So that's 9,
Number 10.
12, 22, 32 damage. Nice, big hit.
What the fuck?
Okay. Smash that first hit, and she
The
staggers
only
back.
kind I have, Adam, unless I roll badly, in which case then it's not. Here we go.
All right, roll again.
20
Okay,
hits.
that's it for another 16, 19 damage, right? Yeah.
And also as a bonus action. Actually, do I have that? Because I just whispered. That was my bonus action, right?
That was it. Yeah, you're done. Unless you want to move.
Never mind.
Which you can't, because you're still grappled by the horrible hair.
That's true. Unless you want to move. Haha, you can't. Anyways, moving on.
Okay. Maharib.
Still asking for help from the Wicked Axe, seeing the situation get more and more dire. This is all. I'm not saying anything openly.
Yeah. You're just pouring your will to kill
Yeah.
into the axe. Yeah, that makes sense.
3 attacks, 20. It's a hit.
Yep.
I will once again necrotic wound it. So remember.
Yeah, give her a second
Ask me
wound.
to roll that. That was 10 damage. Second attack, 13. Is that a miss?
That is a miss.
Fuck. Third and final attack, 24, which is a hit for 13 more damage.
Okay. All right.
then-
So you're just chopping away at her. And it seems like her bones are broken and splintered and there's blood and viscera dripping off of her. You like cut her belly open and some intestines like spill out, but she's just not dying. Something's keeping her going. Anything else this turn, Mahuri?
Then I second winded for 18 HP.
Okay. All right. Unnamed?
Okay. The first thing I'm gonna do is now tell me if this works, because with the cape and the dimension door spell, I can take a willing participant with me, like one willing participant.
Yeah.
But if they're unwilling, like hopefully I can just dimension door out of here. I don't know if I'm like, 'cause I'm grappled by the thing.
Yeah.
But I'm guessing like I just like whoop, and I'm out.
Yeah, so this is a pretty typical like D&D trick, right? Like it goes back several editions where if you get grappled and you can't move, just teleport outside of grappling range and you're not grappled anymore.
Okay. That's what
Because
I'll do then. I will
Let me look. So the way it's described in here is a medium or smaller target is grappled. Let's see. Conditions grappled. Your speed drops to 0. You can't benefit from any bonus. It ends if the grappler is incapacitated or if it removes you from reach. Perfect. This is exactly how you break out of it without having to make a roll.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the point of Dimension Door and Misty Step. It's certainly one of them. Yeah, teleporting out of grapples.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, good. I have all this.
Oh yeah, the whole caverns. Yeah, you got lots of room.
Okay.
So you want to use an action to pop out of hair range?
Yes, and I'm going to now if I zip to the other side of the dais or whatever the fuck this thing is, the middle
lump.
thing, will I be able to see her? The hag?
These things are big. Not directly through these dudes. Like, it depends on the spell. If it's just line of sight, yes. If it's like an attack roll, she'll have cover.
Okay, no, it's line of sight.
Okay, yeah, you'll be able to see her enough to count. Yeah, especially if you try to do it like in between these giants, like in this way.
Okay,
giants.
So I will
offend you, Mahuri. They're not really giants.
Yeah,
they're just big.
Watch your fucking tongue.
They're just big.
Jesus.
Yeah, I'll zip to directly behind Amira to help her out if need be. So I'll zip over here.
So you're no longer grappled. You suddenly disappear from the tangle of hair, which falls limp on the ground and then sucks back up onto her head.
Yep. And let me just mark that dimension door down because I get that once per day. And then I'm going to do quicken spell. So I can do a spell as a bonus action.
Cool.
Which, there it is right there. 2 sorcery points. Mark those down. And then I will just give like the filthiest, nastiest look at the fucking hag. And just plunge the ribbons of my robe into the ground, and you've seen it before. I'm just gonna fucking disintegrate her.
Okay.
There it is, right there. And 70 damage, and with the hound on her, she rolls at save at disadvantage. And it is a hold on, I believe it's a con save. Dexterity save.
What's the DC? It failed, I think.
Disadvantage, she gets a 12.
DC's 18.
Okay, so she takes 70 force damage.
This
74
still alive.
Okay. So you blast her the spell, and it hits her probably from like the mid thigh to the shoulder, kind of on one side, and just blows that away, just gone. And somehow she's still like standing and like attacking Berg and like cackling and shrieking, and you're like bodily just tearing her apart. Like she's like almost like barely a skeleton now, with these like limp bits of hair and like half her face is missing, and she's still going.
Yep. Okay.
Yep.
Also, just retcon.
Yeah.
I did not roll concentration when the grappling hair hurt me. So I will roll I will roll that right now.
Yes, yeah, you should have. Yeah, but it's still during the same.
Okay. 26.
Okay,
so I'm.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's funny, concentration, like, it's supposed to scale with damage, but it's so rare you get hit all at once with like a big hit. Like monster damage doesn't tend to be like 104 damage or whatever. So it's fairly easy. Right. And I think that's by design, fairly easy to make constitution saves. Okay, so you're good. Amira.
And that's it. I can move, but I mean, I don't need to move. I'm right where I want to be with Amira.
Yeah, you can still move. Yeah, you could still move, but yeah, you teleport to where you want to be. All right. So,
yeah.
Amira,
so once I cast the spell on the hag, I like put my hand on Amira's shoulder and I just say, "I'm here. Let's destroy this thing."
Okay. She shouts,
yeah,
in Infernal. She's like, "Stop touching me! I'm trying to fight!" And like shoves you off. And she takes a swing.
Perfect.
And she hits. And she takes another swing and she hits. So she deals 12 and then 9. Oh wait, actually she's pinned. She's pinned under the big fat dude.
Right.
So you can't actually. I forgot about that. She was covered by a character sheet. So let's see. She's grappled and restrained, which means she might not be able to attack. She might only be able to try to get away. Let me see. If she's restrained, speed becomes 0. Attack rolls have disadvantage. Okay, so she could fight, but I think instead she's gonna try to like maybe instead of saying like "Don't touch me, I'm trying to fight," she like reaches her arms out to you. She's like, "Help!" And the thing like rolls over her, and she's trying to like pull herself free. So I'm gonna make the escape DC. She got hit onto her back, so we see her. God, it's like trying to fucking like lift a mattress by yourself. She puts her hands on this thing and just pushes up, so to try to buy herself some room, but it's just dripping around her. So she's like, oh, fuck. It's like fucking Kaori. It's Kaori at the end of Akira, right? She's like sucked into the Tetsuo blob, and she's just like, no, mitochondria. So she's trying to get away. I'm gonna roll for her. She needs to make an athletics check. She's pretty fucking strong. D20 plus 7. DC's 15. Fuck yeah, crit. So she's just like lifts enough of the flab thing away that she can roll aside, and then it slams back down. And so she ends her turn here. She gets to her feet, and then she looks at you and she's like, this fucking thing. Okay, and like turns with the sword, getting ready to fight it.
If she looks at me,
yeah,
I will look down at her. And I'll just say, quit your complaining and get up and fight.
Yeah, I think she reaches out and like you can like help her stand with her free hand. She grabs your arm and pulls herself to her feet.
Yeah.
Okay, so her turn is just like getting out from under this thing, and the thing like turns like, hey, I was sitting on you, like come back here, and it turns around to grab her. But it's not her turn; it's the Blood Hag's turn. So on the Blood Hag's turn, so let's see, a bunch of shit happens. First, roll 2d4, Mahuri.
Don't make me close these doors, Adam. I will.
6 damage.
I'll do it. Okay, so take 6. She takes 6 necrotic, and then I will roll to see if she shakes off the wounds. What did we say was a con save?
I can look real quick.
16. It's close. Yeah, check the DC. I think it might be 16.
I don't think I actually wrote down the stats because unless they're in the actual item.
They're part of the weapon. Yeah, let me.
Oh yeah, here it is. DC 15 con save.
15. Okay. All right, so she does. She shakes off the two wounds.
Yeah.
And then she takes radiant damage from Ramus's aura. So let's see.
Oh, that's right. It's not Ramus anymore.
Do the thing. 15. Okay, let me roll her saving throw. She gets a 20. Okay, so she's gonna take
7
that. Okay. All right, and then Berg, you are still grappled by the hair, so you take more than 1 damage. The hair continues to suck your life force. Make a Constitution save. This is the second trigger of your rolling ability. So make a DC 15 con save.
Okay.
Yeah. So do that, Berg.
Con.
Okay. Now you don't have your reroll. So when you fail, you drop to 0. You are technically dead, but you're the fighting dead now. So you have to make death saves every turn like normal.
Aha! He's only mostly dead.
That's right. So yeah, so that ability kicks in. You should be dead. You should be lying on the ground, dead. But heaven has insulated your soul. And like unlike most people who, as soon as the body dies, the soul's like, I'm free, and flies away to heaven. Yours is bouncing off of the walls of your inner theological sphere and can't get away. So your soul is trapped in your body by your own rage. Is there any outward sign that this is happening? Like, can anyone tell by looking at you? You look different when you're fighting in like fighting dead mode?
Yes, but I'm not creative enough right now to think of something cool.
Yeah. Okay. Moment. We can ponder it. What does it look like when you are technically dead, but you're too mad to die? Okay. Yeah. All right. So that all happens kind of automatically at the beginning of the hag's turn, and now she can actually take her turn. So let's see.
What dealt you that 1 damage? Sorry, I thought you were being faced off again.
Oh, the auto drain from the hair attack.
Oh, okay. I understand.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think she will. Let's see.
I love that our beefy meat tank has not taken a single point of damage.
Me? I've healed.
Oh, you've taken 5.
No, I've also healed about 60 damage.
Oh,
she's gonna attack. So she'll.
I never get targeted, man.
she's cackling, like she's very focused on Berg, right? So she's like, cackling and shrieking. She's gonna make claw attacks on Berg. Not realizing that it like doesn't matter. Like, okay, so she goes on her first attack, and maybe if you interrupt, she'll turn on you. But so yeah, go ahead and make your melee attack when she attacks Berg. This is her attack on Berg. She gets 21, deals you 17 damage. Berg, you're at what, minus 17 now. It doesn't matter.
Oh boy,
doubled.
No.
Man.
Oh yes, and that's right. He's dead. So it's not about dealing damage. It's like death saves. So a hit is an automatic crit. So she hits you and you fail 2 death saves, Berg.
Ugh, that's really.
But the thing is,
good.
even if you fail all 4 of your death saves,
it doesn't matter, right?
If you stay raging for 8 more turns, and at some point someone gives you even 1 hit point, none of that matters.
Yeah. That's true, yeah.
Yeah, so Ramus just
like
hits you once with a healing word and you're good.
I have to heal him for all the damage he took. I have to get him back. She
slashes you. No, so this is the thing. I don't think you do. I think you only have to give him 1 hit point. Because you can't have negative hit points in 5th edition. Oh. You just accumulate death saves. Yeah. So he'll have 4 failed death saves.
So you're just restoring me back to a conscious.
That's right. State. He has 4 failed death saves. You give him 1 hit point, and then all those death saves clear, and you're like, I'm alive again. So to kill, if we wanted to kill Berg, I have to kill everyone who could heal Berg, then kill Berg, right? Yeah. Or let your rage run out. If your rage runs out, then you die. So I could like charm you midway or whatever. But yeah, it's intense. It's a big ability.
We need to get you a health potion that says like, do not drink under extreme circumstances.
So she slashes you, and I think like she just. What does it look like when you're fighting like this? Is it that you have like a holy aura that keeps you alive, or do you get cut up? Like, does she slice your throat open and blood just gushes out, or can she just not hurt you?
No, I was thinking of it. I think more when he's fighting, in this state where he should be dead. We're leaning more into like the holy side of stuff. So. You see like a fire. You see him glowing more and more every time he gets attacked. It's like a stoking the fire, but it's instead of like actual fire, it's heavenly light and and glow.
Zealous rage, yeah.
Zealous rage, yeah. And so when she slashes like his throat, the cut's there for a moment, like just a brief moment, and then Heaven Light just goes and heals it right back up.
Yeah, totally. Like you're just full of you're full up of Jesus's light. You're full of heavenly power, and instead of blood coming out, it's just like and I think she hisses and like screeches at this light coming out of you. And she wanted blood, but she gets divine light instead. So she takes this swing, and then Mahuri, you try to block her, and she turns angrily and swings a claw out at you. Kind of less like intentional and more just like fuck off, like get out of here.
Sure.
So she takes a swing at you. And she gets a 18, which is a miss. And then Mahuri, her hair is gonna try to grab you as well.
Well miss.
So the hair gets a 16. Okay, so you're fine. Your shield keeps you defended. That is her turn. Ramus, it is your turn. What are you gonna do?
Looking at her body, she should just be dead, right? Like it seemed like
you've dealt her like fighting. You've dealt her like more than 200 damage so far. So yeah, she's getting pretty fucked up. It's starting to occur to you that maybe something else is keeping her alive besides pure bodily
me and Berg
constitution.
Both saw the mask crack, correct?
You saw the mask crack.
Yeah. I'm taking a stab at it next turn.
And like everything in the room with the illusion disappeared except the body is still there.
Right.
Like, most of the illusion is. I think
everything about the room. Yeah. Everything about the room, the illusion faded except for the dais, and the dais is all still like real, as far as you can tell. All the jewels are getting kicked around. The roast boar is on the ground because one of these like fat giants knocked it over, and they're like kicking treasure everywhere, trying to like slap at you. It's a mess. Yeah.
All right, taking a shot in the dark. I'm gonna cast guiding bolt at the mask to try to destroy it.
Okay.
See if that does
the
something.
mask itself has an armor class of 15. So go ahead and make that roll.
I'll use my inspiration on the roll. Rolled advantage.
Damn.
All right.
Nice.
28.
Nice. Okay, yeah, you hit it.
Or it's 26 damage.
All right. So you conjure a bolt of divine power, of radiance, and you hurl it at the mask. It looks at first like Mahuri, it just looks like Ramus like missed, right? Like firing at the hag, right? Because the bolt like flies past you and hits the body, strikes the mask, and it shatters. It just like breaks into a million pieces. And when it does, the hag like screams in rage, and she turns to the mask, and she doesn't even get a chance to drop to her knees to try to grab the pieces because she just liquefies. Like whatever's left of her just turns to blood and just splatters all over the ground, spraying everybody. And as that happens, killing the hag, there is a faint cloud of like greenish, like a mist that starts pouring up from the broken mask. So it kind of like swirls up from the mask.
Max, get out of here. Max, fucking leave the room.
So it pours up out of her and starts like filling the area. Immediately, everyone who is in the range of this thing needs to make a Constitution save at disadvantage.
I will use inspiration to nullify that.
Yeah, I'm gonna use Indomitable to hopefully nullify that.
If this is a gas, does my magic item make me have advantage? Therefore, have just roll normal.
Yes, it does, my dude. If either of the tieflings were in the thing, they'd have because you have masks on. But everybody else, it's this corrosive gas that just fills the area. Yeah, con saves. The DC I believe is.
No, that's a saving throw.
Let's see. DC is 16.
22?
Oh, you can reroll. So sorry, mine's reactionary. So I will make the save at disadvantage. Then if I fail, I'll make it again. Yeah. 16. Is that a pass?
So it all starts pouring out of there. Yeah. 16 is a pass.
Okay.
DC is 16.
Oh no!
So,
right.
Well, Ramus used advantage.
Did he do it? Oh,
I gotta roll for all these NPCs. Hang on.
Yeah, you do.
So there's the damage. If you fail, it's 15 if you succeed. Berg, just mark another failed death save.
All right.
And then let me roll for the two. Actually, the giants that it touches, when it touches them, they just liquefy too. So like this one, he's got a foot in it. That one, like this gas seems to dispel whatever is keeping them alive. And so they all just, same thing. So imagine, this is such a mess. So a 10 foot by 10 foot by 10 foot cube full of semi-liquid human fat, right? Being held in shape by force of will. That will is gone, so just splash. And this happens like all of those things just like come apart and just splash on the ground, spraying chunks of blood and fat everywhere. And
what
then
type of damage was it?
This guy, it's poison. And then this guy, I think he's in the, now that I check, he's in the edge too, so it kills all of them. They all just
It's gotta smell just really good.
Oh, it's
gotta
awful.
Smell great.
Yeah, really, really terrible. Yeah. The cloud is still there though, so Ramus, you have other actions you can take. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, I will move out of the cloud.
Okay.
And then.
Oh, and
He already used his action.
If you take half, so you took 15 damage. Make sure to mark that. And did you roll for your hound?
I just did.
Okay. All right. So the hound takes the full 30. So it's still alive.
Yep.
Okay. All right. And then anybody who has to make a concentration save. So I think just Ramus, but yours is you're probably fine. Yeah, I see.
Yeah, I succeed.
You're okay. 22. Okay. All right. So you use your action. You move. Anything for your bonus action, Ramus?
Nope.
Okay. All right. Well, since its target is dead, does the wolf dissipate anyway, or do you get to reassign it, or it doesn't matter, right? Because the
wolf fights the mist. Stupid mist.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Get out of here. Sure. Yeah. Starts howling.
Yeah.
Yeah, the hound disappears if it is reduced to 0 hit points, or if its target is reduced to 0. Yep. So if the hag's gone, the hound's gone.
Okay. All right. The giants are all gone. Berg, you are no longer restrained. You're still dead. Can you make a death save for me?
Yeah. This is a very important death save, just so you know.
I mean, yeah. You need. So here's the thing. You need to maintain your rage until someone can heal you.
Or yeah.
Yeah, but if. Okay. Well, I have to do.
You gotta make the save
saves.
anyway.
This is the
and then we'll check.
Save, what I'm saying.
Yeah, this is your 4th death save.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you can't die if you fail this.
No, you won't. Even if you fail this, you don't die instantly or anything.
Oh,
it just means
that's
you
what I
are
was trying to...
toast.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, this is a safe. This is still a safe roll. It's better to get it, but not like.
Of course.
Yeah, this is not bye Berg if you just fail. Okay. All right. So Berg, without someone's help, without healing, you are powered only by your rage. As soon as that rage ends, if that candle goes out, you die. You come apart.
Yeah.
So that happens. You still get your full turn. Let's check what the conditions on maintaining rage are. So let's see. Your rage ends early if you are knocked unconscious, or if your turn ends and you haven't attacked a hostile creature since your last turn or taken damage since then. So the cloud is actually good for you right now. As long as you stay in here taking huge huffing breaths of corrosive acid cloud, you'll die. But the problem is if you're in the cloud, Ramus can't get to you to heal you. So what are you gonna do?
Hey man, I'm here with full HP. I'm just saying, if you want something to hit. I'll be kind of upset about it in character, but
Stop trying to hit me and hit me.
You'll be hostile about it.
Hang on.
Yeah.
So you start your turn. This is weird and where the rules kind of break down. You start your turn in the cloud. So you take 18 more poison damage. Normally you'd have to make a save, but it doesn't matter because any amount is enough. Your rage is fine until next turn at least, because the cloud is like burning you.
Yeah.
Which is so fucking weird. But yeah, so you're fine. You just need healing sometime in the next 8 turns, right?
Yeah. So it would behoove me to just stay here.
Yep, move out of it.
Or move out.
You'd want to move out of it because you're safe till the end of your next turn.
Yeah, that's what I'm... Okay, so since I've already received damage from the cloud, so I want to move out
stagger
of it.
Over to Ramus.
Then I can be... Yes, okay, so that's what we'll do. Let's try.
I want to get out of the cloud, but I tripped over this guy's lung.
There you go.
This pile of flesh.
I slipped on all the fat on the ground. It's so slippery.
Oh, fucking gross. It's literally as if like several dozen Burger King back alley grease traps were just tipped over at once.
Dude,
yeah.
Have you seen pictures of the Fatbergs from people like
yeah, totally. It's the Fatberg. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but not the Fatberg. That's later when the carrier lets himself go and retires. Yeah.
when Berg grows up and gets bigger.
Yeah, right. So you stagger out of the cloud, and like Ramus, you see this. This would be a fucking awesome image because the cloud is a supernatural like swarm of necrotic like Mara energy, right? So you see occasionally like screaming faces in it and stuff. It's all very fucking poltergeist. And you see Berg literally glowing from his holy wounds emerge from this cloud of evil. So like his eyes are glowing white. He's got places where his skin has like melted through and there's just like light pouring off of him. And he steps out of this cloud just like glowing, holding the hammer in place, which is pretty fucking cool. So Maharib, on your turn, you need to make a constitution save.
21.
And
or 18 if it's at disadvantage.
Yeah, you'll take half of this. I gotta roll again. Okay. You take 12 damage. Okay. Yep, 12 poison damage. Is even at disadvantage, you make the save. Okay. And then you can take your turn.
Yeah, I'm just getting the fuck out. I'll run towards Amira and Unnamed.
Okay. All right. Do you want to do anything with your action? There's like nothing to fight, right? It's just like get the fuck out of the cloud.
The second because I don't necessarily know if me and Berg saw the giants liquefy because we were in the cloud.
Once you get out of the cloud, you can look around and see. And I don't think this thing. Area is heavily obscured, so it's like you can't really see through it.
Okay. Then yeah, I'm looking for corpses. I'm scanning the room for corpses, or other people to attack, like to see if the fight's still on.
Yep. No, it seems like the fight is over. There are a lot of you can't even really call them corpses because they're just like
liquefied.
Puddles.
Yeah,
they liquefied. Okay.
So yeah, I probably just say to unnamed and broken promises like, is it over? And then whatever you guys want to do.
Well, it appears to be. I saw the smaller creature, whoever she was, she melted, and then all of the giant things followed suit.
Mm-hmm.
I think it might
be
unclear.
It's definitely not over yet. You only have 6 seconds, so you say 6 seconds of that while you are doing anything else. What are you doing?
Yeah. Oh shit! It's my turn. I thought. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, it's your. Sorry. Yes, it's your turn. Is there anything you want to do?
Gotcha.
Yeah, we kind of flowed from Maharib's turn into yours.
I am going to. Let's see. No, a ready to action can't be like a spell, right?
Yeah, it can.
Can it?
It can.
Can? Okay.
Yeah, because you basically start casting a spell and then you hold it like a sneeze until you need to use it, then you do it. But it uses your reaction and it uses up that spell slot whether you cast it or not.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah. So if you're like, I ready a spell and then that trigger never happens, the spell's gone anyway.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I have anything to like blow away this stinking cloud of mess. So, um,
Do you have dispel magic? You don't, right?
no, I actually swapped out a spell for counterspell, but I didn't get spell magic.
Yeah, but this isn't really. Yeah, this is a magical effect.
Yep. Yeah. No, I mean, I'm going to check with Amira, see if she's all right. And that's I don't have anything to do, so I'll just
okay. You don't move.
Kind of keep an eye on the cloud and see what happens.
Okay. All right. Amira looks at the cloud and is like, "Fuck this," and she backs away from it. So she's gonna double move and just kind of like move back away from the cloud, watching it. And then at the top of the order, which is just before Ramus, the cloud expands another 10 feet.
It's almost like Amira knew that was going to happen.
I mean, I was wondering why you were standing so fucking close to the cloud. So everybody make a Constitution save. Except for Amira. Okay, and Ramus, you have advantage.
Boy. Oh, okay. Thank God for advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right.
And resistance to the poison.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Yeah. So 19 damage, or half if you get better than
So is that 9?
Better than a 16. So I think everybody made the save. Yeah. So you all take 9 damage.
Hit me with damage, whatever. It's cool, man.
Yeah. You just like, I don't even care.
Breathe in the good.
Oh, it hurts so good.
And so at the end of that turn, at the end of that expansion, then the cloud dissipates. So it only expands once, and then it evaporates. And as it does, the liquefied fat all over the floor, the walls like dripping with it, all of that stuff like fades.
Oh no, fat. Oh, okay.
No, it fades and disappears. Yeah, it doesn't like drop off the walls and drown you. It fades away. It all vanishes, and leaving in its place, I think probably too like the sand, the level of it has like dropped, and so now what you see, and it's hard to see. I'm gonna remove all these corpses. So, what you see is where this mask is. There's the body, right? The mask is cracked and broken. The front of the mask or the front of the face where the mask was laying is like stained with this kind of greenish color. All of the treasure that's piled up here has become, not all of it, but at a glance, like all the coins have become warped and tarnished. The jewels are cracked and like cloudy. The food is all kind of rotted away. And and the body is laying there next to this knocked over brazier. But the body itself seems, aside from the stain on its face, seems like untouched. Ramus, I assume you used some healing magic on Berg?
Yeah. I say to Berg, remember, Berg, when you rely on nothing but light, you will remain blind. Embrace the shadows sometimes, and I heal him.
Yeah, cool.
Cast Cure Wounds.
And does your magic like reflect what you're saying? Like, do you have like a dark glow around your hands when you touch him?
Yeah, it's like a painful heal, like when you're searing a wound.
Yeah.
Like not like
Nice.
a comfortable one this time.
So you recover, Berg, you recover 10 health, which erases all 4 of your failed death saves. You're no longer dying. And yeah, it's like I don't know if you've ever done this, but like it's like you were in a hot tub, like a really hot tub, and you jumped out and jumped in a big pile of snow. Like Ramus touching you is this deep shock of cold that like washes over you and kind of like snaps you back to the moment, like pulls you out of that, like your divine fervor. And now you see in front of you, the scarred face of your old friend Ramus, and all of that rage. You can feel it subsiding, like heaven's tide washing away, leaving only you behind. Yeah.
That was interesting.
Berg, what was that? Not what we fought. I'm talking about you.
Berg drives off on his motorcycle.
A motorcycle just pops out.
He pulls a wheelie, just rips out of there. Fucking the personnel kid, boom, he's gone.
Smash Brothers Wario just grabs it.
For some reason, I had Lobo from the Superman universe. Just rides out of Berg's mouth.
Those are great options.
Yeah. So Berg's like kind of there, thinking back on the fight.
She kept hitting me. I got angry, and I felt like I should die. I saw her doing enough damage, but I said no. And it started as something in me, like a fire that just burst forth. And apparently, Evan agreed.
You get weirder every day. I like sheath my weapon. Ramus, what was that we were fighting? You fought the mask midway through the fight. What triggered you to that?
Well, I saw it not dying, and there's these creatures called liches that, like, they live forever unless their little, like, whatever you call it, their little magic thingy is destroyed. And it was a wild guess.
Is looking for is phylactery.
Yeah,
phylactery.
Yeah. So.
Also, everybody in chat who just said Horcrux, get out. Get the
nerds!
fuck out of here.
You're not the kind of nerds we want. Get out of here, you Harry Potter nerds.
It's okay, Chad. I like Horcruxes and Harry Potter too. It's fine. It's okay.
Technically, a Horcrux is just a kind of phylactery, so don't even worry.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, so does that mean Voldemort was a lich?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Wait, to be fair,
wow.
I wasn't familiar with the term.
Listen, I wasn't familiar, okay, with the term, so I couldn't have said it.
So
you turn into Woody Allen when you explain that. Like, yeah, Woody Allen doesn't know what a phylactery is either. Fuck you, Woody. You can't play with us in our cool nerd game. So yes, yeah, that's an accurate. I mean, yeah, whether or not this thing was a lich, the principles hold out, and the mask seemed to be what was binding her to this place. Now she's dead.
You kill the phylactery, you kill the lich. Otherwise, they're immortal. It was I didn't know what it was. It was a guess. It was the one thing that wasn't an illusion in the illusion. So that's what I attacked it for.
Well, good job. Unnamed, are you? Amira? Is everyone okay? I say an immortal.
yes.
Yeah.
Or not immortal.
I think Amira might need
like,
a shower or a bath,
yeah.
though.
Yeah, she looks up and she's
Infernal.
like covered in like grease. Like it's not chunks of fat anymore because it all kind of like dripped off, but she's just like, I think I threw up in my helmet a little bit.
Oh. Well, don't take the helmet off. We'll figure something out. That.
Now
I start to kind of laugh, and I turn.
Yeah, right. And I think when you start to laugh, so does she. Like she's just like, and she starts chuckling. The two of you like just start laughing about the absurdity of fighting fat giants. And yeah, the two of them just kind of burst into deep, like rumbling laughter.
Seeing all the
seeing
all the treasure on the table,
before,
I'd rummage through it just to make sure
Okay.
any of it was real or not. You know. Just on the happenstance.
Let's see if any of this shit is real.
What were you saying, Zeke, while they do that?
Yeah, Zeke, go ahead.
Have any of you seen anything like this before?
No. This is a first. It's why I asked Ramus how he knew, but I'm glad he did.
This is junk. This is not worth anything. Just like,
yeah, you're digging through basically trash. It's like glass where there used to be. Like, it looks like the Horde is an illusion. Yeah, there isn't anything of real value in here. All that's left, the only interesting thing around here is the mummified like body.
So was the mask on? So
the mask was laying. It's a death mask. It was laying on the face of the mummified body.
Okay, so one could assume that the mummified remains were this person, or not?
Which person? Oh,
the
yeah,
hag.
Tradition. You wouldn't necessarily know this because funereal practices where you're from are pretty much just a waiting game. But the mask is of Berg, and generally the death mask is of the person who is. You would assume if somebody walked in and saw that mask on a mummy lying on the ground like that, they'd be like,
that's right.
Berg dead. It's Berg's face on a dead body as like the death.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Now I probably didn't get a good look at it, so I wouldn't.
No,
before
not really. Only Berg and like Mahuri really, and then at the end Ramus.
So, is that? Let me just ask. So who is that? And I point to the mummified remains.
I don't know. Berg, Ramus? Any ideas?
There's only one way to find out.
Are you like taking a knife out while you say that?
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like Zeke is like, no, but program for No Name is like, who cares? Sure, whatever. Disturbing dead bodies doesn't even fucking register to me.
What do you mean one way to find out? You're going to mess with the corpse?
We could take the bandages off and see what's under there.
I will have
if
no
you
part
want.
Of this. No. If you want to do that, by all means, but no.
Unless you would like to rest shortly.
I mean, there's no way out of here, so why not?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to, just like be like, okay, well, fuck it, let's just hang out, and take a short rest. You certainly could.
Yeah, I think we start to.
Yeah.
Okay, and while that's happening, do you want to take a look at the corpse, or do you want to wait until after?
I think until after, just in case it comes alive.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to wander over here. Is this a path or is this a?
So yeah, back here, and that's important. So when you get back there, this is where the hag came from. There's a little like alcove full of tools. You see like a sickle, several little hand saws. There are jars of various like fluids that you can't like place. A bunch of dried herbs. It's a little like a station for either food prep or taxidermy. It's hard to say. Yeah, also 3 more hags. Haha, fuck you.
Yeah, no shit, right?
Zeke's dead. He lost.
Yeah. The one-way portal to the hag dimension.
So it doesn't like go further than that. It's just like an alcove.
No, it's just a little little indent.
Don't
let the map that I chose like fool you. It's just that's the end. I think it's just there in case you want to connect another tunnel, which I don't.
Oh, sure. Can I do like an investigation check to see if there's anything that stands out as important or like out of the ordinary? Blah blah.
Yes, I mean everything in here is out of the ordinary. But yes, please.
Okay.
Make an investigation check. You can do that during your thing. Okay. No, nothing hidden. Old tools. They seem. I guess this is the weird thing. They're all like dusty. Like the jars. The outside of the jars is all dusty. The herbs they're not even like they're dried. They're just unusable. Like if you touch them, they'll turn to dust. Like this, nobody has touched any of these tools in a long time. You notice that. You could make another check for more information, but whether that's an Arcana check or a Religion check or a Nature check or a Medicine check, that's up to you. You get to pick, and then you can make one more, and I'll let you know what else is going on.
Okay. Let's do something out of the ordinary. Let's do a medicine check and see like what these items would be used for, or something like that. 16.
It's all embalming tools.
Okay.
Though,
which means anything to me?
You would, yeah, you'd have to guess because to embalm something has to die first. They are tools for preserving stuff. You know what? I'll tell Zeke they're embalming tools, but you have no fucking clue what this stuff is for. There's no reason. There's nothing. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. That's what I'm doing with my little time, because you can short rest doesn't mean you have to sleep. It's just an hour of not doing anything.
You're just chilling out. Yeah. So you can can spend your hit dice and stuff.
Cool. Okay.
Mahuri, while you're resting, do you do anything?
Yeah, if me and Amir are still laughing, I kind of break the air of
you both finish, right? That kind of runs out of energy, and then she goes over and sits on the stairs, like, oh man, like what the fuck.
Yeah, I'm cleaning the edge of the axe off, and sure it's got. Did all the blood and fat disappear in the room? Was that an illusion?
Yeah, it melted. Okay. So there's still you definitely want to wipe everything down.
Sure. That's what I'm doing. I'm wiping the edge of the axe and saying, you seem to have gotten your grasp on that hideous weapon. I'm glad that you seem to care for it.
Yeah. She kind of looks at you and she says, idiot. Maybe. Seems to get the job done. The sword and I came to an understanding back in the temple.
Huh. Are you saying it speaks to you?
No. More feelings. I haven't figured it out yet.
I see. Well, if there's some way I can help with it, please let me know. I don't know anything about it or any connection to it, but.
And you can't really see it because she's wearing her mask, but there's concern in her eyes. It's almost like the look you would get if you told somebody oh, I can't do this fun thing we were gonna do together because I have the flu. Right? It's it's not pity, but it's sympathy.
Right.
And you see a little bit of that in her eyes. She kind of looks at you and she nods and she says, yeah, sure.
And then I think I just go and sit down next to her after the weapon's cleaned and just sit there and watch, probably peering mostly at Berg. I'm really curious as to why he was basically being slashed open with holy light. Makes me very nervous.
There is almost definitely a specific word in Giant for the feeling of camaraderie that you feel with someone just sitting quietly and doing and saying nothing.
It's German in that way.
Right? The brotherhood shared by two stones or whatever. You see two big rocks sitting next to each other in a field and you're oh yeah.
Yeah, with no other rocks around them whatsoever. Because of course,
the solitary friendship of silence.
Sure.
And that's definitely a giant term. And so there is this very comfortable, you sit down next to her, neither of you say anything. It's just this quiet, wait, you're acknowledging each other's presence, but there's nothing to say. Yeah, I like that. And you watch. And so we pan over with your vision to Ramus and Berg. What are the two of you doing during your short rest?
I think I'm gonna bandaging up his wounds because he's like got big wounds where the light has disappeared. So I'm like covering them with bandages and stuff.
Yeah.
Just like talk to him like, so when did you discover you had this power? You're muted, Max.
Okay, hold on.
Heaven has taken Berg's voice.
Oh, never mind.
You muted me?
There's mutes everywhere.
You
I muted because
had
you had
me
like some weird
troubleshooting-
like Polynesian dance music happening in the background.
There was?
For a little while.
I can't hear
yeah.
I can't hear shit because of these, the
That's
noise
fine.
canceling.
Producer Aaron, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. No. So you said when did you know you had that?
This power.
I thought I might be able to push what I already do further. I didn't know quite how, but maybe it's us being closer to heaven's light. Maybe heaven is peering at me a little clearer.
So that feeling, Berg, and this is the Kool-Aid that heaven is selling, and you have like drank from the source. But the whole thing, the whole operation that heaven runs on is certainty, right? Call it fate, call it destiny, whatever. Heaven has a plan. And in that moment, you felt more in line with heaven's plan for you than you've ever felt in your whole long existence. Everything that you were doing, you felt sure and certain. All doubt was burned away for you. And yeah, it seems to you heaven's plan for you is to live. So do you look like, can Ramus detect like uncertainty, or like now that feeling is gone, is there a change in the way that Berg is expressing himself, or like how he feels, or is it just back to business as usual?
I think it's not like withdrawal from having that like divine feeling. It's more confusion and a slight puzzlement as to why that's happening. Because it's not like Berg's been just out there doing, heaven's will.
Yeah.
I had a good reason.
Well, so this is the insidious. This is the insidious thing about heaven, right? And this is kind of in the real world. This is kind of the bullshit rhetoric that like super evangelical people will use on people, where they're like, even if you think you're not doing God's will, you are, right? So like you don't feel that certainty anymore, but there is still this nagging, like, maybe everything I do because heaven is making me do it. That is something that's like ever present, and you've just sort of touched the face of it for the first time.
There's definitely too a little bit of, and the puzzlement too also comes from, but these are like, Berg don't do complex emotions or thoughts well. Because, in the void, and as of recent, Mahuri was kind of just outshine Berg, pun not intended, in terms of just like what Berg used to be. He used to be this, completely strong, never goes down, or does go down, but comes back up all the time, and is effective in the fight. And in the void, especially, that fucked with him really hard. And he's still trying to kind of get past that. So a little bit of excitement, and I guess a little bit of, wishing just getting a little excited that maybe this is, the fire being restoked again, the more fuel being put on the fire that used to be Berg, but a little different.
Yeah, I like it.
Fire with a little bit of gas on top.
Yeah. So it's like, and this is new, right? This is a new feeling. This like, Heaven doesn't want me to die. I can get myself in all kinds of trouble. Yeah. I like it. Cool. Okay. So the two of you have that conversation. An hour passes. Nobody interrupts you down here. It's not like anybody comes to the door. And at the end of this sort of period, I think the next thing that you are going to do is what? You want to check out the body?
Yeah, I'm gonna start removing the wraps off the face to see if I can make out who or what it was.
Okay. All right. So you you wanna do that. Now, do you just use your hands and like unwrap it? Do you cut it open with a knife? Do you
I think Unnamed showed me the tools, and I see the embalming tools, and I'll go in there and try to grab something to remove them with, like not scissors and
there's a curved knife that you could hook under. It would be normally you'd use this knife to like cut something open so you could pull its guts out, but it'll serve the purpose.
Yeah, so start removing them slowly, little by little. Try not to disturb the flesh underneath.
Can you make a medicine check for me? And actually, is anybody helping? Anybody else trained in medicine or want to like throw in to help?
I am vehemently against it, so I'm doing everything.
You're like
to not help
like it
without just downright saying like stop it. So
yeah,
I'm like maybe over here ready to leave, packing things up and looking back cautiously.
I'll
there
give myself
you go. Nice.
Guided then. All right. Good.
All right. 17. Pray for a steady hand.
20.
All right. So where do you start? Like, are you cutting away the material like around the face? Are you starting kind of like at the belly button and working your way up and then peeling it away there, or
starting at the head and trying to unwrap downward to start revealing the face?
Yeah. All right. Okay. So you crouch down, and the body itself is very, very heavy. If you try to like move it at all or like lift a shoulder, very heavy. There's a fairly thick layer of bandage, and so you like cut part of the bandage to the back of the head and start slowly unwrapping. And where is everybody else while this is happening? While Ramus is like peeling off the bandages around the face of this body?
I'm fascinated. I'm right there.
Yeah, Berg would be pretty interested as well, just to see if it actually was his former body.
I'm at the staircase, like packing things up.
Here.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. If the body's like kind of in this vicinity. Okay. All right. So you start peeling the mask man. At first, we see like features start to emerge through the, like it gets gauzier and gauzier as you peel away the layers. And at first, it looks like Berg's face, but more perfect, right? Like it's slightly more symmetrical and slightly more like the tusks are both like fixed and like normal. And as you slowly unravel it, you realize that you don't see flesh, right? Not pallid, not dead, nor alive, but not flesh at all. You're unwrapping what appears to be a statue of Berg, a beautiful, like perfect statue of Berg, right? Made out of terracotta and inlaid with silver and jade. So he's got like the eyes are two little like jade spheres. The tusks are ivory, and most of the body is terracotta. And as you unwrap it, Berg, you see this like statue of yourself kind of staring up into nothing with these jade eyes. And that's what you see as you unwrap it. You see this like stern face, this look of like serious, like Berg looks between when he's made a decision and when he rages, right? That stern kind of like, all right, let's do this. He's got his like brow furrowed, and you like unwrap it, and you see this stone face staring up at you.
And I honestly like look down at that. I look at Berg and to see like what he's like his expression.
Yeah.
I'd like to make a religion check if like wrapping up a statue is like an orcish religion, or
because you're like, what in the fuck is going on?
What is happening?
Yeah, go ahead and make a religion check.
Hey, that's a
God
crit.
damn. Okay, so I think probably because there are far too many funeral practices to say 100% yes or 100% no, like this never happens. You don't know any orcish or like mainstream human reason that you would wrap up a statue. Maybe in the absence of a proper body, you might have a stand-in where you would craft like a body, but usually those are burned, right? Usually you'd make like a straw or a wicker version of a person and then burn them in effigy, right? Because like imagine if I'm trying to pick somebody who's like religious but is none of the members of the party. Say a person that you care about who also was like a worshiper of heaven or whatever, if they died, but they were eaten by like a giant monster, like just consumed entirely, there's nothing left, you might craft an effigy of them and have a funeral for the effigy as a representation to like give them the smoke to guide them to heaven, right? But among orcs, there is a there's none you've ever seen. There's no reason to believe that they would wrap up a statue. And because you crit, everything about this statue and it being wrapped and stuff, it's being treated like it's a real corpse, like it is an actual dead body. It's been prepared the same way, minus the like any kind of like embalming or organ removal or anything. But like, yeah, there's no, like they're treating it like it's a dead body, and that's maybe more weird. Do you want to keep unwrapping it, or do you just unwrap the face and then stop? Because it's dressed, it's wearing like beautiful like cloth of gold like outfit, and it's got like clothes on.
I think our curiosity is just like we got to see the whole thing, because like this shouldn't. I just want to keep unwrapping it. Like I'm curious what the whole thing is.
What
to see the whole picture.
I'm curious. Like once Berg sees it, like what is his face doing? What is he? What does he look like? What expression does he have?
Does this? I mean, does it? You can tell me if there's anything in his past that, like, in terms of like heaven stuff, you know? Because I know for a bit there they like put him back together.
Yes. Yeah. So because your body and no mortal body can survive in heaven. If you go to heaven, the power of the fountain will just obliterate you. It's like fucking walking on the surface of the sun. So heaven made you a body either exactly like this one or very similar to this one so that they could house your soul and protect it from heaven's glorious light. So for a time, this or a thing very much like it was your body while you were in heaven. And then they made you a new perfect one that you're wearing now when they sent your soul back to the world.
Yeah.
I
can't.
So,
I know that was pretty. So that was like the body that I had the entire time in heaven, and I do have.
Yes, while you were training, while you did all your like heaven combat montage with Emperor Faye and all that. Yeah, before the hammer was ignited and all that stuff. So,
So I guess Berg
it's like
it's
like a space suit for your soul. I guess. Oh my god, it's the fucking Chrono doll from Chrono Trigger. It's totally that. So yeah, you just have this like weird empty terracotta vessel, which somehow made its way from wherever it was before down here into this vein.
Yeah. So seeing that that's what it is, and Berg remembers and has memory of that, he goes from like being puzzled to then just.
What is that doing here?
So your answer, I guess, is yeah. You've seen it before.
That was me. But in heaven, they made me like that so I could be there. Why it's here, I have no idea.
Well, I mean, this place seems to be created around you. You're the center of it, it seems. Any idea why? Ramus, maybe you can help?
To me, this place seems like a garbage pit. Heaven didn't want anyone to know about this.
Now, unnamed, you know that the reason that, aside from access to the juice, right, aside from like the drippings of the sweet crackling roast that is the world, aside from that, veins are, like Ramus said, like often places where you can find weird objects that happen to go,
right,
like
yeah.
magic items go missing in the world and they end up lodged in the veins. No one really knows why, but I think that's a thing in the world where, like, if you track, and you obviously wouldn't know this, but like Ramus might, if you track the progress of like a magic item, especially a particularly like legendary one, 9 times out of 10, those stories end with, and then the magic sword disappeared forever and no one knew where it was. Like they just, right. It's really easy to lose magic items because enchanted stuff just gets sluiced into these veins, and then vein hunters climb up into them and grab them and bring them back. So yeah, whether that's intentional, like it's a fucking drainage ditch for bullshit that the world doesn't want, or if somehow magic is drawn to the void, who knows? Nobody has a complete theolographical understanding of how this works yet. So as you continue to unwrap, and I think this was the bit I wanted to make sure I got a chance to tell you about. So as you finish unwrapping the thing, he's not wearing armor or anything. And Ramus, you got a 26. You got a crit. I'm going to keep rolling with this. Berg's statue, the statue of Berg, is dressed like you would dress an exalted warrior general, right? Like this outfit befits a knight, in like a pretty high up one, right? Like if the Knight of Swords, if they have a funeral for him, they'll dress him like this. So he's dressed, formal like general's uniform. And he has like cinched around his waist. It's not a belt because it's quite thick. It's like a girdle, but it's just a big thick belt, like a wrestling championship belt. It's huge, and it is made out of. It's a base of like dark leather, and then laid on top of that there is a plate of like gold and platinum. And on it depicts the arcana, the wheel of the arcana, and like each of the sigils. It's a beautiful inscription in the center, and it's meant to cover. I can never remember which is which, but it's to cover your like internal strength chakra, and like you would place items there to give yourself like physical strength if you wanted to like channel that energy. Nobody here is a monk, so you don't have like real intimate access to that, but with a 26 with a crit, I'm going to give you as much information as I can. So you see this belt around the Berg statue's waist. It is clearly a heavenly artifact invoking the and probably Berg, you can read it because you can read Celestial. There is a prayer etched into the circle, praying for the arcana and the fountain to grant unto the wearer the strength of the pillars that hold up heaven, the strength of the thunderbolt to strike down the devils, the strength of all the world and the fountain's power within it. And this is written in a long, beautiful arc. And again, like we saw on the bowl, it's both a poem and a prayer and an invocation of power. And it is wrapped around the waist of this thing. And if you want to, since we're at kind of the end of a long rest, rather than be like, carry it around, you can find out what it is and you can attune it if somebody wants to.
End of a short rest, I mean.
Yeah, the end of a short rest, sorry. Yeah, because you can do that during short rest. So I can just tack that on to this rest if you want.
Berg, I think this is yours.
It would seem that way, yes.
What, you guys are stealing from a dead corpse now? Is that what we've become?
It's not
Berg, like,
stealing if it's your corpse.
Berg like looks at you and like he points to the thing and like it's
Well,
me.
I'm across the room. What do you?
Yeah, he can't.
Yeah.
Maybe
he can't.
Hey.
Mahuri,
Oh, I see.
maybe you should come see it. It's not a corpse.
Well, what
I'm
is it? I start like
I'm
walking towards it. I see,
You're right there.
I see jewels and stuff. What do you?
Yeah, and all like tarnished coins and jewels, and then yeah, you see this beautiful. You see this beautiful belt.
Well, yeah, I don't want anything to do with that. It's yours.
You take it, Berg?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Mahuri.
Take it and you gonna put it on?
I hate the way you ask questions like that.
I just want to know if you put it on your body.
I'm so
Do you wear
goddamn
the
nervous
belt?
every time. Yeah, I do.
Okay. All right. So we watch you. And it's all very fucking like He-Man, right? We see the belt like close in over your stomach, and you reach around behind you and you clasp the belt. And the strings, these like cloth of gold, these like threaded strings, the belt strings itself, like it just tightens and automatically like knots, and it fits like perfectly as soon as you put it on. And it's wearing it as soon as the clasp closes, it's like getting fucking struck by lightning. Like you just feel this sudden jolt, like every millimeter of every vein in your body is on fire for a moment, and everybody sees this like crackling flash of power pass over you. And so long as you wear this belt, your strength is 25. So Berg, your strength goes up to 25.
Nice.
As you put on the belt, and you just feel like, looking at your hands, you can feel your whole body just charged with like pure heavenly power. There you go.
Berg says at the side of his mouth, "This is a joke." It doesn't actually say. Not so bad, eh, Rim? Heaven? Oh, how about that? Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Your
So
strength
the
score goes
name-
to a +7, by the way.
Yeah, you got +7.
That's what that means.
Yeah.
So the name,
And
the
I
name
look
of
to
this
Ramus,
belt.
I'm like, man, they just hand out magic items to the fucking warriors, don't they?
Yeah. We can bend the world to
Got
our
a
will.
belt, a new sword, an axe. I mean, fuck,
Yeah,
what
but
do we get?
Ramus probably goes like this and has like 30 fucking magical rings on his
Yeah,
hands.
so Berg.
Yeah,
Berg
but he
is- Berg
robbed
is-
people for those, so that's like fine. That's different.
Berg is attuned. Berg is currently attuned to the hammer, the belt, and do you have any other items you're attuned to, Berg?
I don't think so.
My anger at the world.
And then Ramus, you have your full allotment of attunement, right? Mahuri has one attuned item,
Yep.
and unnamed, you also have one, right?
Yeah, just one.
Yep.
So the name, write this down, because like all significant magic items in the setting, they can be unlocked. They can be like undiscovered. They're not static items. The name of this belt is the Pillars of the Gate. And I think probably over the end credits, of the episode, as they roll, instead of the usual like end credit sequence, we get like it'd be an animated sequence of this. You'd see this human warrior, right? And he's dressed kind of like Funereal Berg, and he's wearing the belt. And he's got this big hammer, and he has a big, long, droopy mustache. And we see in this thing, we see him fighting demons. Sometimes from the back of a horse, sometimes on foot, leading an army, fighting a bunch of demons. And during this little animated bit, we see him save a temple. We see him save a temple to the chariot from a demon incursion. He fights off all these undead. And there's a little scene of like the priest like bowing to him, and him like laughing and like patting the priest, like, "Don't worry, I'm a hero. This is what I do." And then we see the priest before he leaves, like he's going to get on his horse, and the priest come out and they give him this magic belt. And he takes it and he looks at it, and we we see him like nod and strap the belt on, and then like lightning and thunder, and then he rides off into the distance to go fight more demons. And yes, as chat pointed out, this is technically a second part of the like accoutrement of Emperor Fei, and so now you have two. You have two of them.
I'm gonna get the whole
make
set.
A note of that.
Woo!
Make a note of that as well. You do have a second. You have the ascended apology, and now you have the Pillars of the Gate, which is Emperor Fei's magic belt.
Nice.
After that,
So
I'm gonna
there
get
you
his
go.
magical cod piece. It's gonna be fucking sick.
Yeah, that's how that
right.
works.
That's right.
Well, cool. I think that's.
Wait, hold on. Before we call it a day, hey Ramus, you got a new name for me yet? Maybe for some career points.
No.
Hurry up, real
No,
quick.
get
We
out
only
of
got a
Quickly. You didn't. Yeah, no.
Jesus.
There's no gambles. You didn't work.
Zeke, do some shout outs instead of milking for XP. Go ahead.
You bet. Oh yeah, the guy who was like, maybe Adam, I could get the extra 400 to get the level.
Oh, I mean, I'll
was you
already
last
get
time.
it. Oh yeah, last time. Yes, yeah, definitely last time. Yeah.
What's up, everybody? My name is Ezekiel the Third. You can find me at. That is not my card, not my title card.
Oh, weird. How did that happen?
Do a shout out for JP. That's fine.
I'm the coolest guy you've never met or ever
That's
met.
So weird. Well, continue talking. I'll fix this in just a second.
All right.
There you go.
Yeah, there I am. Ezekiel the Third. You
There
can
we
find
go.
me at or / Ezekiel_III. Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube. Why don't you throw me a follow, a like, and a subscribe on all of those things, or not, whatever. Thank you to Max, Dan, Adam, and JP. Once again, always a highlight of my week. I love role playing. If I could do that, nothing else, and make the same living, I would totally do it. If you want to find me doing what I do, what is today? Shit, tomorrow's not Wednesday. Tomorrow is Sunday. Isn't
true.
it? Yes.
Yeah.
That's right. So that means it's Indie Sunday tomorrow. If you guys want to come on by at noon Pacific time, I will be tonight I'll be selecting a crop of indie games. Usually we get to like between 3 and 5 indie games that we give an hour or two a piece to, and you get to pick the order. I'll pick the games. You pick what's next. We'll have a poll going every game switch, whatever. And if you want to suggest a game for me, you can. It's just go to my Discord. It's Discord. I think it's
.gg.
Wait, hold on.
Discord.gg.
Discord.gg. There you go. /Zeke.
There you go.
Yeah. Discord.gg/Zeke if you want to suggest a game to me. That's what's happening tomorrow. I am leaving for TwitchCon on Thursday. So tomorrow, Monday, will be the last days you can catch me if you want to hang out and say hi and stuff. So, that's all I got.
Sounds good. Are you playing that duck game? I'm just going to make a suggestion. You should play
The goose?
The goose game. Yeah.
Goose game.
Yeah. You should play the
I
goose
don't
game.
know. I don't know.
talked
Is it
about
fun?
We
Have you
didn't-
watched it?
Listen,
It's
we didn't talk about this. We didn't talk about this at the beginning of the thing, but Zeke, if you either on stream or off stream, if you feel like playing and you haven't played it yet, a cool kind of Souls-esque Metroidvania thing, check out Blasphemous. I
Played
started
it.
playing it
Did.
off stream yesterday.
Yeah.
It's fucking sick.
Yeah, man.
Like,
I played it last Sunday. It was awesome. I
you good.
only played like 2 hours of it, and it seems like I really, really liked it. So it might get a day
Yeah, dude.
of its own.
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, it's pretty righteous.
Goose game is about an hour and a half or 2 to complete, according to Bike Man. He said it was a fun stream.
Oh,
game.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a short game then. Okay.
Yeah. It's also, you're just playing a goose, just pissing people off. That seems kind of fun. All the clips I've seen have been pretty funny.
It's just JP in goose form.
Yeah.
So-
Like, if you just want to play me as a goose, like, check it out. Untitled Goose Game. I don't know.
I kind of shied away from it because it seemed like cutesy. Is it cutesy?
No.
Or is it-
no.
Or is it more like goat, like the goat game or whatever that you know that
I think
ridiculous?
it's neither. I don't know. Check out. I'd say watch the trailer tonight. Would probably
It's
be the
got
best
a
way.
it's got a kind of a quirky sense of humor, but I wouldn't say it's cute necessarily. Like it's
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a duck that pisses
What's the
off
goat game I'm
humans.
thinking of?
Goat Simulator.
Goat Simulator?
There it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not Goat
That was
Simulator.
goofy and fun.
No.
Yeah, it's not like that.
Okay.
Anyways, Max, some shout outs.
That's me. Hello. The next time we do this show, I won't be in heaven, but Berg will feel like he's in heaven because his new belt. Hey. Check me out on all my stuff if you want to. Thanks for watching the show. I'm not going to be streaming. because I'm stuck in Galveston. Thanks, of course, to everybody for being here, and of course my lovely cast members and Adam for running this crazy thing. It's been a good show for Berg. I've been happy about it.
Yeah.
And that was just I was, even before the belt, I was pretty happy about it. I hope you guys also were happy about the show too. And thanks for watching. Check me out on my shit if you want to, or don't, if you hate me, or you just don't want to. Bye. I dropped my phone.
Excellent temper tantrum. Good stuff.
Yeah. Dan, some shout outs.
Hi, I'm DansGaming, variety streamer on Twitch. Currently finishing up a new Zelda remake, which has been really good fun. Link's Awakening. I'll be finishing up tomorrow morning. Also finishing leveling in WoW, and then on Tuesday I'll be playing the Surge 2, which launches on Tuesday, right before TwitchCon, which I think some of us are going to TwitchCon, or all of us.
Yeah, I'm going as well.
Is Adam going?
I didn't mention that.
Oh, everyone's
I'll
going
be
then.
there.
Oh wait, you're going as well, Max?
Yeah, I'm going.
I'm the
I'll be
only
there.
fucker
Awesome.
not there then.
Well, I'll be there.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Weren't you supposed to go?
I was, yeah.
God damn it. All right.
Last but not least, Adam, do some shout outs.
That's me. Thanks for coming, everybody. A special big ups to anybody who, like me, has been hanging out in this channel since 10 a.m. this morning. If you watched Fire Verona this morning, you're the best, and I love you the most. Don't tell everybody else in chat. Thank you for coming, everybody. Thanks to my players for surviving yet another brutal battle. I was waiting to find out if they were going to figure out the mask thing, because that fight could have gotten real bad. We're going to talk about what it looks like getting your face ripped off by a hag in the post-show. If you want to check that out, patreon.com/roleplay. I will make sure to spill all that information. You can find me, like these other goofs, on the internet. I'm Skinnyghost on Twitter, twitch.tv/Adam Coble. I'm going to be streaming tomorrow on my channel. We had to reschedule the one-shot, so I'm going to be finishing Zelda tomorrow. Same Zelda that Dan is playing. It's pretty fun. We're going to finish that up. And then a couple more RPG things, and then off to TwitchCon. The cool thing about TwitchCon is that even if you're not going, because it's Twitch, most of that shit is going to be streamed. So all of my panels and all the other stuff that I'm doing, and I'm sure much of what everybody else is doing, you can find that on the schedule for TwitchCon itself. So thank you so much for coming, everybody. I fucking love this game. Thanks for playing with me.
Cool.
You want experience points? Who
Yeah,
wants
stop
experience?
fucking talking and give us the XP. What are you doing?
I feel like I said that. I feel like I said that the same way one would say it to their dog. Who wants experience points? Anybody want experience? Yeah.
Who's a
Give me
good
the
little
card.
player?
I do. I'm real close.
Then, instead of giving you XP, I take you to the vet and we cut off your
Oh
balls.
my god, the worst.
That's right. No experience, only castration. So, Ramus, I think, yep, this is a 14 times 50 times 3 situation. So 2,100 experience for Ramus. Broken Promises. I think it
excuse you,
is-
Adam. It's unnamed.
That's right.
Okay.
Unnamed now. I gotta change my list.
I honestly really tried my best to like really be polite about that, so I didn't sound all smarmy like, "Excuse me, sir." That's not my name.
Honestly,
No, it's good that you did, I
It's
think.
like it's the same or a very similar situation to when somebody wants to be called by different pronouns. You want to do it, you mean to do it, you're still gonna fuck it up sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Everybody just needs to be decent about it. So yes, sorry, unnamed. You worked on traversing the vein. The new name from Ramus and Ernemira's Trust. Was there a
Amira's
thing
Trust.
where you had a conversation with Amira? I think that one.
He definitely
I
reached
think you
out
did
to
work
Amira
on
like
that
2 or
one.
3 times specifically for that.
Yeah. Okay, so 650 twice.
Ramus
so
didn't give a fuck about giving him a name.
1,300 experience for unnamed.
You chose the wrong person to try to give you a name. Ramus is just gonna fuck with you the whole time.
Ramus is a classic withholder. So
But he
let's
can
see,
be
Berg.
serious.
It's
He can
true.
be serious.
It's true.
Oh, yeah, totally.
It's
Yeah.
shocking when
I trust him.
So Berg, you worked on 2, traverse the vein, escape the void. I feel like because your other goal is understand the nature of the vein. I think actually we had that big conversation about it being like the drainage ditch of the universe. So I'm gonna give you, I'll give you your work on for that one. So 14 times 50 times 3, 2100 for you. And then Mahuri, you worked on all 3 this time because the power of the Wicked Edge didn't respond when you were like,
oh, I'm gonna keep trying.
Gray Skull. There may be something else you need to do, but you tried, right? Trial and error. So 13 times 50 times 3. Let's see, 1950? 50 times 13.
I'll take it. Is that right?
Yeah, 1,950 for you. And I think, that's a ding for Mahuri?
It is, yeah. Yeah, I'm 14 now.
All right. So we'll talk about what level 14 looks like for a fighter when we do our post show.
It's true. Cool. And we're gonna go record that right now. Are we doing a show on Tuesday? Max, we still gonna be in Galveston on Tuesday?
I should be back.
Okay.
On Tuesday.
I mean,
I should be.
If all
I will
else
let
fails.
you know as early as I can. If anything else fails, it's kind of dependent that my car is ready Monday evening, like the guy's saying, so I can leave early Tuesday and get back. So I will let you know if that changes.
Okay. Sounds good. Cool. So we'll see you guys either Tuesday or we'll see you on another time. Maybe the Tuesday after that, after TwitchCon. We'll be talking
Tuesday,
about,
if not Tuesday, yeah.
Yeah, all the stuff on TwitchCon. So thank you guys for watching. We're going to get out of here. Hope you guys have a great rest of your evening. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.